welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing really good. So today we have an exciting video for me because, and I hope it's going to be exciting for you guys as well, because it's a manga haul. So I have never read manga before. I've never tried to read it. I don't know, it's just like I didn't know anything about the world of manga. Naruto is like the only one that I ever thought of because my brother loved that show. And I think Bleach, he also liked the show Bleach. He watched all those videos, and that's all I knew about manga. So I did get some books from the library, and then I did get some books from Barnes & Noble. This is not a huge haul in any way, shape, or form. I just picked up a couple series and then a couple books from the series. But yes, without me babbling, let's get into the video. So the first series that I picked up, it is Monstrous by Marjorie Liu, and this book is about a girl named Meika Halfwolf. I think it's Meika or Micah. I want to say Meika Halfwolf. Basically, Meika is trying to search for her mother. I believe her mother was murdered and is no longer living, but she is trying to figure out what happened in her past life. All she has is a photo of her mother and a couple of friends, and she's trying to find these people to figure out what happened with her mother, what happened with the war, and everything that's going on that she missed. She lost her arm in the war, but what she finds out is that there is a goddess or a monster that is living in her arm and resides within her, and they share each other's thoughts and emotions and feelings, and she's just trying to figure out how to get this thing out of her arm, and then she's also trying to find her mother and get secrets from her life. Let me find an illustration for you guys without ruining it, because it is just so cool. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at how cool this artwork is. I am obsessed with the art style of this series, but I do have volumes 1 through 5. Volume 6 is coming out in September, so I'm going to be picking that up. But this is one of the first ones that I read, and I was super obsessed. If you guys are interested, I definitely recommend you go to your local library or Barnes & Noble to pick up Monstrous and give this a go. So the next series that I picked up was Spy Family. This book was so funny. I even told my boyfriend, I was like, babes, I have never laughed this hard before in my life. So this book is about 3 people. It's about a spy named Twilight, and he is on this mission to figure out or to kill his target. And he is given this mission to basically have a family. So he has to go and find a daughter, which he does. And the daughter that he picks up is actually a telepath. And then he also has to find a wife who ends up being an assassin. So it is just the funniest thing. But I was skeptical about it because I just like this. So this is a family. So there's Twilight, Anya, and then Yori, or Yor. I think it's Yor. I was skeptical when I first picked this book up because I was just like, I don't know how I don't know how I was gonna feel about it, because I don't know. I saw it and I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. It's here. Normally things like this are not in stock, so why not? Best decision I ever made. I ended up giving a 5 out of 5 on my Goodreads because it was just so funny. And the daughter Anya cracks me up. She is this quirky kid where she just does the craziest stuff, and it's just so funny. Like there's one scene where Twilight is having her rehearse just like being his daughter, and he's like, okay, what do you do when you're at home? And she's like, I get sad because daddy leaves me and I just watch TV being sad. And he's like, no, that's not what you're gonna tell them. So I just thought that was so funny. Spy Family, 5 out of 5. Loved it. Super funny. So get this one too if you can. The next series that I picked up was Ghostly Things, and this is by Yoshio Shiratori. So this book is about a girl named Yachicho, and her father is he travels a lot, so he bought this house that is supposedly haunted, and Yochicho is living in the house by herself until her father gets back. But one day Yochicho is, I think she's exploring the basement, and she ends up falling into this world, and then she meets all of these other little creatures that are living in the basement in this alternate universe inside of the house, because supposedly the house is haunted, and she meets all these other different characters. I have not started reading the series yet. I'm planning on reading it today when I'm at work. So I'm super excited to get this started because I did see this in another reading vlog from another YouTuber, and I just thought the cover was super interesting. And yeah, I know, don't judge a book by its cover, but that's what I do sometimes, okay? Don't judge me. So there are 3 books in this series, and currently, obviously, we're reading number 1, and this is the origin story of Yochicho and how she gets into the world. So I thought this series was something that was going to be interesting, so I did pick this up as well. Really? Really? So the next series that I picked up was the Apothecary Diaries. So this book was labeled as also a mystery in the manga section. So this one, it is about a girl named Mao. I hate butchering names, but I want to say it's Mao Mao. And it says it's a young woman trained in the art of herbal medicine who is forced to work as a lowly servant in the inner palace. Though she yearns for life outside its perfumed halls, she isn't long for a life of drudgery. Using her wits to break the curse afflicting the imperial heirs, Mao Mao attracts the attention of the beautiful Jinshi and is promoted to attendant food taster. But Jinshi has other plans for the erstwhile apothecary, and soon Mao Mao is back to brewing potions and solving mysteries. I just thought it was super cute, and I was looking through the illustrations, and I really actually like the manga illustrations because I did go to school for graphic design, so we did have to do a course on manga design and character designs. So I always had a little soft spot for manga characters and art and an appreciation for manga artists. But I thought this was an interesting series, especially with an interesting mix. So it was just it's a little different for me. So I was like, okay, let's pick this up and give it a go. So the next book that I picked up was Saga. So Saga, there are multiple novels with this series. So I'm just gonna read the blurb for Saga. So it says, when two soldiers from opposite sides of a never-ending galactic war fall in love, they risk everything to bring a fragile new life into a dangerous old universe. Saga is the sweeping tale of one young family fighting to find their place in the world. So basically, they had a baby, they were not supposed to have a baby, and now everybody is fighting. I believe they're also trying to kill the baby because this was not supposed to happen. They don't really intermingle with each other, and somebody was like, that can't happen. That's about as much as I know for this book. That's why I only got one book, because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. So my boyfriend, my lovely boyfriend, he got me this this book for me to take a look at. But I thought it was going to be really interesting. I'm probably going to be reading this one soon because, you know, I need to get it going so I can see what this is about, and I just want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was weird. But yes, Saga by Brian K. Vaughan. We're gonna read this book and we're gonna see what this is about. So the next book that I got from the library was Wicked Things. So this book was actually kind of funny too. I really liked it. So this book is by John Allison, and this is about it's kind of like an amateur detective named, what's her name? Named Charlotte Grote. So Charlotte basically gets invited to this convention for amateur detectives, and while she's at this convention, she meets these detectives that are basically her idols. And you know how the story goes, some people meet their idols and they end up being like bunches of So while Charlotte is at this convention, she gets framed for murder and gets arrested, and she has to try and solve this murder while she's in jail. And so while she's in jail, she is allowed to basically help solve the murder because they know who she is. And she's also solved a bunch of cases on her own. But I really liked this one. I gave it a 3 stars out of 5. 3 stars is not bad. Like, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. 3 stars is not bad. It just was a weird start to where it was more about the quirkiness than it was about the actual storyline. The storyline to me didn't really get good until the last few pages, which sounds bad, but really it's just everything just kind of came together in the last couple pages to where it was just, for me, it was a lot to process. But for some people, they might find it different. But this is like a newer style of comics. These guys see how like it's just more detailed. It's a little bit more color. And I really enjoyed the art style and the coloring of this book. And I was also super happy because I was the first one out of all the libraries in the land to get this book. So it has that new book smell, and I was just so happy that I was the first one to get this book. So this is going to be a series, and I'm not sure when the next one comes out. This one actually came out, I believe, this month, in the month of May, or last month. I want to say it's this month. This book came out this month. But by John Allison, Wicked Things. Oh my god. Wicked Things by John Allison. Pick this one up. I loved it. I thought it was great. So lastly, this is the comic called Sleepless, and this is by Sarah Vaughn, and the author is Leila Del Duca. This book, my boyfriend picked this up for me because he figured that I would be interested in this, and he was right. Look at the main character. She's gorgeous. And look at the love interest. He looks like Avon Jogaya. that's it. That's all you need to say about that. So yeah, the blurb is, in the kingdom of Harbony, Lady Poppy Pipena is kept safe by her faithful sleepless knight Cyrenaic, but when a new king is crowned, an assassin targets her, ushering in a dangerous chapter of her life. As Poppy and Cyrenaic work to discover who wants her dead, they must navigate the treacherous waters of life at court and their growing feelings for one another. Say less. I love it. I'm into it, okay? But the illustrations in this one too are also kind of like the OG drawings. Oh, and she's got a hair turban. Y'all, they put her in a hair turban. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't want to like spoil the book for you guys, but like, because first of all, they got it right. We can't sleep without wrapping our hair up, okay? They put her in a hair wrap. I need it in my life. But this is a love story between these two, and I am into it. I'm loving it. I haven't even read it yet, but I'm feeling it, okay? This is the first novel in the series that I'm aware of, but then after that, I'm gonna research it to figure out like what comes after this. But yeah, we're gonna read this, Sleepless by Sarah Vaughn. Love it. But that is it, you guys. That is all that I have for my very, very, very small manga haul. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys' support, and when you guys watch my videos and when you guys leave comments, I try to answer every single comment that I get or every message that I get, because I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing, which is watching my channels and watching my videos and commenting on everything. But I will have a new video up for you guys hopefully next week, depending on what I have to film for you. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.